Hello everyone, I am Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and today is Wednesday, December 28th. It is after Christmas, and hopefully everyone had a beautiful holiday. You were safe, you were warm and healthy. So come on in, say hello. Today is again Wednesday, December 28th, and my name is Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Central New York, and I love sharing creativity with you. I know I'm late. Usually I really try to be ready at 3 p.m., but I was working on my deep designer paper sampler so I could show you the designer paper we're using today, okay? So hello Shirley, welcome. I think the weather is getting a little better here. You know, we're starting to warm back up again, and it's just getting warmer. So I'm thankful for that. It's gonna feel like balmy to us, you know, like we're having a heat wave. So hi Kathy, welcome. Hopefully you both had great holidays and had lots of time with family. So okay, so we're gonna get started. So I apologize for being late. So today I have some more Sale-a-bration items I'm sharing with you, okay? Let me move to my desktop, okay? Whoops, I did something wrong here. There we go. So here is, it's just next week I can show you the inside. Can I? I gotta look at the calendar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I can't show you next week. Not until January 5th can I show you the inside of these catalogs. And if you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with and you need a catalog, please reach out to me because I do have some on hand. Okay. Let me think here. So we can see these in, like, I don't know, maybe I'll go live on the 5th to kick off the celebration, right? With a special project. I'll have to think about that. So hi Gail, welcome. Okay, so and Kathy and Gail, I posted something in our club Facebook page. So go check that out in case you didn't get the notification, okay? All right, so there's that. So let's put that aside. So here is the Fabulous Dandy Designs designer paper. I used this last week. This is a free Sale-a-bration item with a $100 purchase. It could be one of your choices, and as well as the stamp set is a $100 level as well. Beautifully happy, and we're using this again today. But look at this beautiful paper. I mean, the versatility of this paper. This is like a mega pack. There's 48 sheets in this designer paper. So it's really, really nice to have. And then, so this is only 12 designs. So this is the front and back here that you can see, okay? So let's flip to the other 6 designs here. And these are the front and back. They really are great patterns to really make it very versatile to use, okay, with really a lot of different stuff. So I really like having the different designs, okay. So we're gonna make a mango melody color scheme today. So we're gonna use this one, and what's my other one? And this one. These are the 2 designs we're gonna use today, okay. So I promised you a fun fold, and there's the stamp set that we're using, okay? So let me, we're gonna first stamp our flower, okay? So then we can get the ink put away, I think. We are going to, let me see here, let me get out one more piece here. So this is the inside liner of our card, okay? So I'm gonna simply stamp this flower down here in the corner, okay? You know what? That looks kind of not too pretty. So let's just stamp that again. Okay, there we go. And then we need to stamp this big flower here. So last week we talked about 2-stepping. So this is a 2-stepping stamp set. Sometimes where you're stamping the outline and then filling in with color. Another two-stepping type is where you have some solid stamps, and like maybe it's a flower petal or something, and you're going to stamp that in one color or maybe stamp off, and then you go over with some highlights for the stamping, which is, let me just grab, because I meant to show this. So this is another two-step stamping stamp set. So here's the solid image, okay, which you'd either stamp off or use a lighter shade of ink. And then this one, you would stamp right on top of that to give you your two steps, okay? This would be a darker color, whether it's full strength or a darker ink shade, okay? So this is another great way besides doing this way as well. That's from our mini catalog right there. So we are going to, I'm going to stamp this in Mango Melody. And this lines up really, really well. Let me just ink it up good here. You know what? I think I'm going to just pull up my foam mat here, just so we make sure we get some nice, good, even pressure. And this does line up really, really well. Sometimes it's easier, depending on the stamp, if you feel like, you know, where you've done the outline and then the inside, if you don't like that feel, sometimes it might be better to do the inside and then do the outline. It just, sometimes you just have to play around with it and see which way you like better. But with this one, I can see the outline really well with this. I'm going to stamp it twice so we get a good crisp image. All right, so there's the mango, and then we're going to pull in some granny apple green. And let's do the leaves here, which makes it nice to have a two-step stamping, so you don't have to color these in. You know, you can use your stamp directly to the paper and not have to like color the image on your stamp either. Let's just do this again. Normally I do it once, but you know what? I think I like that. And then we need this for this up here. So, hi Gail and Betty and Colleen and Pat, welcome. And Buffalo, finally, Buffalo's been in the news, I'm sure, wherever you are. They finally opened the thruway back up, so I'm happy for those people there. But they still have a lot of snow to get through, you know. A lot of cars are still buried, and it's a real mess up there. So hopefully, okay, so I stamped this little inside into the center of my flower there, okay. So now, I should have stamped this earlier because you guys get to watch me fussy cut, okay. So fussy cutting is kind of like an art, right? Get rid of this excess paper. Whoops, I forgot to, let's step back here. We forgot to do this flower here, okay? So there's some like little leaves, a little bud in the bottom of the flower here for that. And then we've got another flower petal here. And the way to tell if you've got this going in the right direction, you can kind of see like the inside of the flower's got a little pointy thing like it does on the flower. Okay, it'll help you line it up. You know, and it's okay if you're not perfectly, I'm outside my line just a little bit. You guys see that? But you know, that's what two-step stamping's all about, right? Stamping doesn't have to be totally perfect. You know, it's homemade, and let's see, we're gonna do this other little inside part here on this flower. You really want to be careful that, you know, when you clean these up and put them away so you don't lose them, okay? Hi Donna and Sandy, and Anne, welcome. Hopefully Wisconsin you guys got good weather too. Okay, so we've got the inside of our card, and let's quickly fussy cut this. And then I'm going to show you how to create a fun fold. So if you want to grab some scrap paper, and you could, you know what, I didn't cut, but you could at least have some paper and pen to write down some measurements. So if you want to, you know, create this after we're done, you know, then you can get started, because it's a really easy fun fold to make. Okay, fussy cutting. So you see how I keep moving my paper and not really my scissors? My scissors just only open and close, okay? So you just keep squeezing your scissors and you're moving the cardstock, or paper, whatever you want to call it, around, okay? And I like to leave like a little bit of a die cut border, okay? And just kind of weave in and out. I love to fussy cut. I was fussy cutting some of the designer paper the other night, those flowers from the Favored Flower designer paper that's also in our Sale-a-bration catalog. They're going to be featured in upcoming birthday card club, which I'm going to be sending news out soon about that, because in January we're starting a birthday card club, and if you want to be a part of that, you can sign up and get a to-go kit. Right now, just not sure about the weather, whether I'm doing in-person classes or not right now. It just kind of, this weather is just so funky. If it stays kind of decent, then we'll have a class. But if not, it'll just be a to-go class with a video on how to put them together, okay? And what stamps you need. Okay, so we're almost done. I would probably cut this a little bit more, but this is okay. It'll be fine for today. All right, so we've got that. So see how quick and easy that was? Let me see if we can zoom in just a little bit more for you guys. All right. Okay, so what you're going to need is, so if you happen to have, I'll try to remember the paper. I wrote the paper measurements down. So you need at least a sheet of white cardstock, okay? So I've created a template. So this is a great way for you to, we're going to set that aside for now. This is a great way for you to refer back to things time and time again, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time, okay? So just creating a template, and I keep it, you know, in my basket, so I can, when I need an idea, I've got all the measurements there and I don't have to think about it again. All right. Okay, so what do we need? We can move some ink out of the way and some stamps. So I need a trimmer. We're first starting with a piece of cardstock that is 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay. So 7 1/4, so it's 7 1/4 long, 5 1/2 wide. All right, so if you cut your cardstock, you know, I didn't, maybe I'll cut it along with you guys. Okay, I'll make another one here. Let me just grab another piece here. Okay, so if we start with a sheet of cardstock and we cut it at 5 1/2, all right, there we go. You're still going to need some of this, okay? And then we're going to cut this down to 7 1/4. So we got to open up our ruler here and turn it down to 7 1/4. There we go. And so this is scrap, okay? So we don't need that. Now we've got this. So now we're going to score this at 3 inches, okay? So let's score this at 3 inches, or you could do 4 1/4, either one, okay? Because this is going to be 4 1/4 inches wide. All right. So that's the front of. This is going to be our card base right here. How would Salvador Dali define perfection? I'm not sure what that means, Gail. Hi, Ann. Okay. So, oh, and then we need another piece of cardstock, a third piece. Let me look at my measurement here. And I take and I write my measurements on my template, okay? So my piece number 2 is going to be 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So, oops, I feel like that moved on me. It did. So we sliced off 4 1/4, and let's cut this down to 4 1/4. There we go. So this is what we have left out of that one sheet of cardstock, okay? You can use this for another thing. Okay, so we've got our 2 pieces. Move this right here. So we're going to take this last piece that we just cut, and we're going to score it at 1 inch, okay? You know what? I'm going to use this side of my trimmer right here because this gets my paper over here a little bit more stable, okay? So we're going to score that at 1 inch. All right, and then you can fold this. There we go. So this is going to make our fun fold, okay? All right, so we're done with the trimmer. Okay, so you know what? This is done. So no, we don't. We're going to do something first. So we're going to attach this onto here first, okay? So let's use our Seal Plus, okay? Oh, it's just a comment. Okay, thanks, Gail. Okay, so let's, I guess it might be above my head right now. Okay, so we're going to add some adhesive here, and that went off a little bit. So we're simply going to, you know what, I'm going to just kind of like, I'm going to go up to here. I just want to go up to that fold, okay, and I'm just going to center it, and I guess I don't need grid paper. I'm going to eyeball it. It's going to be fine. We'll just eyeball it. Looks like about a 1/2 inch on each side. There we go. Okay, you want to make sure this fold is kind of flush. I feel like I'm just off kilter there a little bit. Hang on. Better. I might just fold that in half. It's not being very cooperative today. All right, there we go. I think I'm happy now. Okay, so is everybody with me so far? So we've scored here at 3 inches, and we're gonna give this a little crease with our bone folder. Okay, if you don't have one of these, bone folders are great to have in your toolkit, and they just are so helpful with a lot of different stuff. All right, so we've got that edge. Now we can put this into the center of our card, right? This is where your inside words would go. Okay, so and this is gonna cover up that seam pretty much. All right, you don't really notice it's even there. All right, so that's where we got so far. So let's cut some more paper. All right, so now we've got a piece of designer paper and a piece of white cardstock. Actually, I changed my sample around and we added a little bit more. So actually we have 2 of these, okay? So the white piece is 3 inches by 4 inches. This is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8, okay? Easy to remember. I don't know what I have that there for. Okay, so we can layer these 2 together. So once you really have your stamping done, this is really a simple and easy card. It's not, there's a lot of different stamp sets and ideas you can use using this layout. Okay. I think it's my paper just wasn't cutting straight today for some reason, so I don't know if it was the operator or the cutter today, but I don't feel like any of my lines are very straight today. I think it's time for a new trimmer. Okay, so we are going to lay this. This is going to go on our front flap here. Okay, I didn't pre-do this design, so I'm hoping this color scheme that I chose looks okay. Okay, all right. Okay, so I wonder why it did that. All right, so hopefully everybody's still with me, because on my computer screen it's saying the video has ended, so hopefully not. Okay. All right, so I got a little bit of adhesive there, so let's use the remover to get rid of that. Okay, so we've got this so far, right? So this one, I really wanted to dress this up. So this is going to be a really layered, pretty card. And you can always add, like, maybe you could add like a quote here or something like that. You could have just like, I don't know, some type of die cut and handwrite another message, or maybe just another greeting, you know, saying. Okay, so I pulled in these two designs. So let's start with this design. So I just kind of wrote these measurements on the inside, okay? And you could draw like, you know, like a few layers if you needed to, whatever you needed to create this template so you could remember it and it's easy to use. All right, so your cardstock layer, which is this, and if you didn't want a cardstock layer, maybe you just wanted designer paper, you could easily just, this layer is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and our designer paper layer is 2 5/8 by 5 1/8. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you guys are all still with me. All right. So let me leave you a comment to make sure this video is still live. Okay. So we're gonna just layer this onto here. And then we'll layer this one onto here. So this layout could be like part of another birthday club class in the coming months, I think, if I did more designs like this. So maybe a different stamp set. I don't know. I got to play around. I'm just starting to stamp. I did some stamping last night, so I'm happy about to try to get some things ahead for you guys. Oh, good. Thanks, Pat. Appreciate it, guys. But I don't know why my laptop, it says it's ended. So this is going to go on the front here. Okay, and then we'll put this one here. So remember I said this is going to be a really pretty card with lots of layers. Hopefully it's not too thick for the mail. There we go. I don't think so, because I'm not using a lot of dimensionals, so I don't think it's too thick. We're going to just use some dimensionals for this. Okay. So let's grab some dimensionals here. Yes, I thought I had some on my desk. Here we go. Sometimes the minis, let me grab some minis, work well, because there's some little small areas here, and these are kind of sticking to each other here. Yikes. Okay, so let's start with the minis where we're filling in, like where these small areas, because I hate cutting dimensionals with my scissors, because they get them all glue. So that's why the minis are great to have on hand, and they last quite a while. I go through more regular dimensionals than I do the minis. So let's we're really adding lots of dimensionals to this. Okay, so we got all kinds of dimensionals on the back of our flower here, and I got to, hopefully my light's okay for you guys. Okay, so let's take these off. So these are going to just go on the front. Okay, so who can see themselves making this fun fold? Anybody? Is it easy enough? Was I clear with the directions? Do I need to go through them one more time? And I'm really making an effort to vlog again, okay? So stay tuned. I've started a post. I just need to get back to it hopefully tonight. Nothing interrupts me. I've taken pictures today, so while it was still fairly light out, that's my biggest thing I think hangs me up, is not being able to get my photos done while it's light out. Okay, so we're gonna put sending happy thoughts, and then I'm gonna do that. Let's see, let's get this. This is just a 1/2-inch strip of cardstock. It's just leftover from trimming my paper here today. So, and we're going to use this retired hexagon punch, which is my favorite. There we go. So we've got that, and then let's we're going to stamp the birthday. For a very happy birthday. There we go. Perfect. Okay, there's lots of room to write. So let's add our words here. Let's close this up. So we're going to kind of lay this across. So we're really just going to need a dimensional on the backs, on the end here, because the rest is just going to lay across the flower here that we've already raised. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Okay, so let's just add a little bit of adhesive here, help that stay down. Okay, and there we go. And then we're going to add a white bow, a seam binding, crinkled ribbon. That's what it's called. A ribbon bow that I've already tied. And these are on the wrong side, these glue dots. So let's do that. Just add a bow here. You know what? I need to trim that a little bit. Hang on. To okay, now that's stuck. Okay, there we go. Let's trim our ribbon, and then we're going to finish it off with some brass butterflies. That's a tongue twister. They're from our annual catalog, brass butterflies. Okay, what do you guys think? Let's get these butterflies out here, and open this up, maybe. Come on. Got it so it opens from the side. So they kind of slide. Let's grab our pick tool, and let's grab this butterfly that's kind of stuck. I'm just going to add 2, big one and a little one. Okay. All right. What do you guys think? Isn't that kind of like a cool fun fold? There we go. I do like this color scheme. It does look kind of pretty, doesn't it? And there's the inside. Pretty, don't you think? Okay, let me show you one other color scheme that I did with Coastal Cabana. All right. And oh, I didn't show the envelope, which I'm not sure what I did with it. Lost the envelope, but I'll show a picture. So here's this one right here. So here's the Coastal Cabana, and let me just zoom back out again just a little bit more. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. All right, my camera seems like it's out of focus. So here's the Coastal Cabana one, and I added the 2 papers on the inside. So this is for a feeling better kind of day. So There we go. So I hope you enjoyed this. So remember, this is a Sale-a-bration design and our Sale-a-bration paper and stamp set that's available starting January 1st to earn. So start making your wish list, and you can place your orders on my website. You know what? Right now, though, December, there's the December host code. And yeah, I like the color, the Coastal Cabana combination. Watch for my blog, Betty. I'm hoping the next couple of days to get this up with measurements, okay? And possibly with a PDF that you can print out, okay? So yes, so, and don't forget, the last chance list, there's still lots available on the last chance list, okay? So, so you can still go and check out the last chance list for all those great things that are a discount for right now. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm so glad you love today's cards. I love fun folds, and I love making a template to have on hand to refer to, okay? So next week we'll be doing more Sale-a-bration items, hopefully with the owl stamp set, okay? I've got an idea with that, and it might be Valentine's, I'm not sure, idea. So, okay, so I appreciate you guys. Make sure to give me hearts, share the video with your customers, and if you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, go check out my YouTube channel as well, Create with Nancy, and subscribe to that, all right? And check out my blog. There's nothing new on it right now, but hopefully in the next couple of days, subscribe to that so you get notifications that there's a new post up. So thanks so much, everybody. Happy New Year, and hopefully it's a healthy and happy one, and the weather cooperates for everybody who's out celebrating. Us, we're old fogies, so we're in for the night, you know, and hopefully I'll be stamping up a storm the next few days. Okay, everybody, thanks so much, and take care. Bye-bye.